How about
It is
that
Fun Shui
already?
Friday.
Fun Shui Friday with your girls, Anita
And
and Cheryl. Here we are. Whoa, whoa,
Isn't that
whoa.
funny? So at the top, the card at the top of the deck before I shuffle is the red front door. And we have what this weekend?
Oh, isn't that cool? Yeah. We have a Chinese New Year. Woo, we get to welcome in all the good chi. So welcome in. Let's welcome in all of our people. Come on, pop in here with us.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. So while we're talking about it then, why don't we talk a little bit about why the color red and why the front door is so important for Chinese New Year and why they hang red banners and all of that while I'm shuffling. Then
Yeah, well, you know, the red, obviously we're all kind of drawn to it, right? So when we see something red, it's like it grabs our attention. And so it is a way for them to say, hello, chi, hello, good energy, come over here, come over here. And they actually, in some instances, it's quite, they have kind of like a competition to see who can put the most red flags and red banners and, grab attention to their door. And so, yeah, it's a competition in the neighborhood to say, hey, no, we're selling, we want. And so it's really, really important. And, they have a lot of traditions and symbolism and things like that, which, if you believe in it, right, then it'll work for you.
Yes.
So don't go ahead and put banner, it's not necessary to paint your door red because you might not like red, right? But it is important to be able to have a clear, unobstructed pathway to your door. It's important to clean your door. It's important to have symbols of welcome at your door.
Use your front door.
Yeah. So anyways, it's fun. It's fun to look at, the Chinese culture and say, what pieces of that resonate with me that I want to bring into my awareness, into my home. Right?
Perfect. Yeah. I love that. And it's practiced all across Asia, right? It's not just in China. What they are celebrating and why their Chinese New Year changes is because it's based on the lunar calendar. And it's ushering in the new moon.
The new moon.
Which is the perfect opportunity to set new intentions and welcome them in and release the old.
And we are going to be celebrating Chinese New Year on Sunday. We are going to be going live on a podcast with a Raise the Vibe initiative. So we're going to share a link in there. And we have some tips on the Chinese New Year, the energy around the yin water rabbit as well. We'll probably share all kinds of other stuff too. But anyways, good morning, Kathy. Good to have you join us.
I got two cards that flew out. Do we want to continue for a third?
Two is good, whatever you think. Yeah.
Two is good. So by cards, we mean our topic for the day stems from, gotta not cut off Tara's name, the Feng Shui Personal Paradise card deck by Tara Catherine Collins. And so we've had two come out. I'm just going to put the rest here so I don't drop the entire rest of the deck on the floor in my office. 52 card pickup. I can remember my brother doing that to me growing up. Oh, let's play 52 card pickup.
Oh yeah.
Grab the deck and just.
And the reason we wear these funny glasses is because we like to have fun on Fun Shui Friday. But also we want to bring your awareness to looking at your environment energetically.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and I have to say, I'm not entirely surprised at one of the cards that came up, because Anita and I were talking earlier. She's redone the set behind her, and that bouquet of flowers is just beautiful. So, of course, one of the two cards that flew out of the deck was the number 5 card, flowers.
Flowers. Aw. There.
And in the image on the other side of the deck is a floral arrangement. Well, I shouldn't say an arrangement, but an arrangement of the furniture. And this could very well be at your front entrance. We were just talking about,
Yeah.
welcoming, except you don't want the mirror facing your door because you don't want the energy going out. And the second card that came up, which is entered. So this is the image. And the first thing when I noticed it came up actually was the plant in the room. So again, why did flowers come out? Because it's in my energy field. And this is the number 35 card, guest rooms. The other reason I know this card came up is because we're working with our 21, like our decluttering program right now. And for many people, myself included, Anita, what would normally have been a guest room in a home, we have turned into our home offices. So the intention behind my office is an office. The intention behind Anita's office is an office. And sometimes we get a mix where it's extra sleeping and office space.
Well, and we have that with one of our participants right now.
Exactly. Yes.
Right? Yeah.
So I think we should touch on that.
Yeah.
The intention behind the room.
Yeah, so that is really interesting because you're absolutely right. You and I both are using what would be designated in the home as a bedroom or an extra guest room or something like that. And we have completely designed it so that it is an office.
Yes.
And it looks, I mean, if you walked into my office or your office, Cheryl,
it's an office.
If we picked up our office and put it in the corporate world, right?
Yeah.
It would resonate like an office. People would know that that's an office, 100%.
Yes.
One of the participants that we're working with, and this happens, we've seen it many, many times.
Correct.
Over, is that they will designate a guest room in the home for their office, but then they also share it with a bed, right? So then it again is the intention behind that room is, yes, I want to have a home office. I want to, create my business. I want to do all of these things, but yet you're still being energetically drawn to say, oh, but I have to leave space for the guest. And here's the kicker.
Yes.
Here's the thing that shows up. Is quite often, I'm going to say like a 90%, a really high percentage, when people do that, and we ask them, well, how often do guests come? How often is that bed in your office used?
In use, yeah.
And we might get once or twice a year. So then again, it's like put on your energetic eyes, and say, what's going on there, right? So who are you giving control of the space to, right? You're letting this big piece of furniture, the bed, control the space, and then maybe your office is jammed into a little corner. And then it goes back to that, how you respect, care for, and value anything is how you respect, care for, and value everything, including yourself. So yourself is being put down here and the bed is being put up there. Yeah. Anyways, that's what I have to say. I'll drink coffee, you talk.
No. That's what I wanted to touch on, because it goes, like we'd said, intention is extremely powerful. So if you are, if you find yourself in this situation, ask yourself, how often is it that room actually being used as a guest room? Like how many times a year? What is the percentage? And what options do you actually have? right? Does it have to be a full bed that stays fully laid out as a bed? Can it be a futon? Can it be a Murphy bed? And that has been one of the situations that I've seen that works really well, because the Murphy bed folds up completely out of the way for the 90% of the time, and can actually blend in nicely with office decor and office furniture, but it doesn't have to command the space.
Yeah, and you know, the same thing you could do in your living room. You know, you could have a hide-a-bed couch.
Yep.
Or something, right?
Exactly.
I mean, that works too. But again, you know, if you think about, if you switch the roles or the room usage with something else, and it's interesting that a lot of people will do, you know, the bedroom office kind of combination, you know,
Bedroom,
would we make our living room, would we put a bed in our living room?
Yeah.
Right? Like a bed. No, we wouldn't. I mean, yes, we would have a hide-a-bed couch.
Yes. But it's
we
used
wouldn't-
90% of the time or 95% of the time as a couch.
Right, yeah.
We wouldn't put a bed in the kitchen.
Yeah, would you put one in the kitchen, right? No. So again, you know, it's so awareness, and then it's also honoring yourself. You know, what do you want? And you know, I think I've shared this story before, but I had done a consultation with this couple, and it was really, really special. I mean, the husband and the wife both participated, and we went to their guest room, and it was beautifully decorated. Beautifully, you know, looked comfortable, and it had a little seating area and a reading space and some, you know, it was beautiful.
Let me go move in.
And yeah, I wanted to stay there. I wanted to be their guest. I really did. It was great. Then we went to their bedroom, and their bedroom looked like a hospital room bedroom. It had absolutely no life to it whatsoever. It was very utilitarian, I'm going to say. And so when I brought that to their awareness and said, hey, you know, your guests, and I asked them the question how often they got guests, and I think for them it was 3 or 4 times a year. I said, you value your guest more than you value your own yourselves, and your personal relationship, because here you are, you know, making do and not having the luxury or those extra comforts.
Yeah.
You're giving them to your guest, and you're not willing to give those same things to yourself. And it was a big aha moment for them.
It would have been very eye-opening for them.
Yeah. And lots of great things happened after, you know, I worked with this couple. Anyways.
But it's
cool.
true.
It was a cool story.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, the guest room is often very utilitarian, like multi-purpose, I should say, not utilitarian. So it goes back to, even a lot of people, it becomes the junk collector. It's I just want to shut the door on it and never go in there, because everything just gets stuffed into that room because it doesn't get used. And really go back to, so it doesn't have to be called a guest room. If you want to call it a storage room, call it a storage room. What is your intention behind the space? Is it to be a studio? So yesterday, for example, well, this past week, as we're doing the decluttering program, I've been working on a storage closet that is in a guest room. And it's where all our Christmas decorations are. That's the only place I can put that kind of storage, because I love Christmas and I have a variety of decorations because I change things. I'm 100% fine with that. But literally, I'm in and out of that room more often for decor than people visit and sleep in it. So its primary purpose actually is storage. And secondary, it's a guest room.
Right.
So for me, the functioning of that closet, there is no closet rod anymore, because it doesn't function as a closet.
Right.
It is a storage room.
Mhm.
So, and it's a nice size. But I know that is the intention of the space.
You also, though, have another guest room, do you not?
Correct. Yes.
And here's a thought. Why not turn that storage room into storage / art room and make it a Cheryl painting space and not have a bed in there at all?
Yeah. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. It would be a redesign of the furniture for sure, right? Because the bed that's in there currently, anyway, anything is possible, but right now it serves as it serves.
Yeah.
And when I want to paint, I set up in the living room because I like the energy in the living room. This room is downstairs. There's no windows in it. It's quite dark, and that's not where I would want to paint.
Okay. Yeah. But again, so that might be a suggestion for someone else, right?
Exactly.
Right. And again, I'll go back to our decluttering program. We have somebody
And
right now
intentions.
there also that has a craft room area, right?
Yes.
So so yeah, it's about, intention is big. What is your intention? What do you want to create in your life? What do you want to add? What do you want to bring in? And then looking at your space energetically and say, hey, do I have room for this?
Exactly.
To come into my life? And quite often there is.
100%. So let's talk now a little bit about, because when we're talking about guest rooms, right? Like I've got flowers integrated in my office. Anita has flowers integrated in her office. It's the freshness, it's the colors, it's the energy behind flowers that can shift space. Now, if those flowers are dried, covered in dust, withered, not well cared for, that too speaks of the energy to the bouquet or flowers. And we've seen that time and again when we've done virtual consultations, right? We've seen it. Most of us have seen it.
Yep.
Not just Anita and I. That's a completely different energy behind that arrangement versus the one behind Anita.
Yeah.
For example, and bringing that into a space. So in a heartbeat, I would bring Anita's arrangement into my space. Hands down, in a heartbeat. It's fresh, it's lively, it's gorgeous, it's beautifully designed, right? That's her talent, her floriculture talent and her horticulture talent. Others that are not in such good condition, that need more attention, that I wouldn't bring into a space. Yet for some reason, we hang on to those things and we don't maintain them.
And remember, I think it was, I want to say it was in the 90s. There was, kind of the trend to have the artificial greenery, on top of your cupboards.
Yeah.
And, that kind of thing, right? And again, so you talk about the dust collecting. And then it becomes, it becomes a magnet for dust.
Yeah.
It becomes a magnet for not enhancing the space. Because again, when we bring floral prints like you have behind you, or floral arrangements or fresh plants, anything like that into the environment, it actually, I had to go grab this little thing I found the other day. It's about, enhancing your goddess energy. And it's like, when we surround ourselves with beautiful, right, natural items such as flowers, plants, essential oils they have on here, and beautiful colors, then that evokes feelings of peace, joy, love, passion, freedom.
Even the
and
vibrancy.
It also helps to evoke our inner stillness. So yeah, are they important? Absolutely. Let's bring them in and, bring some life, because they represent living things out in nature.
Yes.
We're living, and we want to feel that connection to something living.
Well, just, when you think about someone in the hospital, and I'm talking past tense because I don't know what you can and cannot do now for hospital
Yeah.
beds. But someone in a hospital bed, and you walk in, or you bring in this cute little mug that says "Get well soon" with a happy face and bright yellow flowers, shifts the energy just that quickly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or after someone has passed and transitioned, now completely different scenario, but all the intention behind those flowers is different.
Yeah.
And there can be an excessive amount of them.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're on overwhelm. Even though it's living energy, it's an excessive amount.
Right. And it affects the person differently.
100%, right? I know a few people that don't like buying living flowers because they'll die.
Mm-hmm.
Which, to me, they're missing out on the vibrancy and the fragrance and the energy because it's going to die. Well, we're going to die.
Exactly.
It's a cycle of life.
Yep.
Pets are going to die. So that to me is an old belief, and I don't know where it stems from for some people, but it's like, you're missing out on something so beautiful that can shift and uplift the energy in a space really quickly and affordably.
Yeah, they're definitely, it's affordable to have florals in your home, whether they're fresh or artificial, right?
Yeah. And the main thing is, again, let's go back to that intention. Why are you bringing them into the space? So, Anita, why did you bring that floral arrangement into your space and strategically place it where you did?
Well, because I actually wanted to set this banner up so that it could be permanent, right? And I just felt that it needed to have some framing, right? And then the other thing is, I actually, can see this. And so having something that lifts my energy, that lifts my eye up, right, is going to keep me in my space, in my office space. And so I just felt like that this area needed some color.
Yep.
So I just stopped at Winners and whipped it up. So yay, Winners. And
so just as an example, is it easy enough so everybody can see it with the arrangement? Is it easy enough to take that arrangement and remove it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%.
So you can really see the difference.
I'm just going to put it right there.
Perfect.
Okay.
It feels different. And you're right. It's like something's not quite balanced. Something is missing.
Yeah. So it just, helps to lift us all up.
Absolutely.
And then it's got some, some apple blossoms, and those are the first ones that bloom in the spring. So then it also is kind of representing a little bit of hopeful spring is coming, that kind of thing. So.
Which we really need this time of year, at least where we live. Any comments or anything on Facebook that we
Kathy wants to know what my framed pictures message translation. Good question. I'll let you know. I think it's written on the back, so I don't remember off the top, but I'll find out for you.
Cool. It's not symbols that I recognize.
Yeah.
The K is kind of like hang on 1 second. It's a element. Water.
Yeah, like I say,
It looks like the water element.
Yeah, I think it. Actually, I don't. Like I say, I'll have to take it off the wall and look on the back because I'm pretty sure.
Maybe it's go with the flow.
Before.
Maybe it's go with the flow.
Yeah. What else did I want to say? Oh yeah.
Guest rooms, flowers.
What about so we already talked about at the top, but I'm going to remind everybody again that on Chinese New Year,
Oh,
at
yes.
11:11 Pacific time. Cheryl and I will be on Raising the Vibe Initiative podcast live.
Hey.
And it's going to be a lot of fun.
Mhm.
Wendy Mahoney. Sorry if I said that wrong. Anyway, she's the host, and yeah, we're excited to be her guest, and we'll post some comments and the links. And then our 100th episode is coming up quickly.
Yay. Super excited about that. And we still have our contest, I guess.
Yes. Yes, we do.
For lack of a better term, going on up until that episode. So if you find the information that we share valuable, who in your circle of influence do you think would find it valuable? Because you can earn an entry for every person that you invite to this group. It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
How else can they earn entry points?
Yeah, so they can share one of our episodes, right? So they could share this out today. They could tag a friend and say, hey, check this out. Or any one of our other posts that we've had. It's just about sharing it out. Again, we're just trying to increase our audience, and we love your help.
Yeah, and honestly, if there's value, which we really hope that there's value in what we share, if it helps you, then it can help others.
Yeah.
Right. We're always trying to do our best to give you some great tips. And I think floral and guest room today are great examples of that, because we could pick anything fairly generic in our homes and we can all learn something about it.
Yep.
Very cool. Do we want to?
Okay, so what numbers do we have? We always talk about numerology.
The guest room card was number 35, which is an 8. And the floral card is a number 5. So 8 and 5 is 13. Together that equals my favorite number 4.
Organizing.
And you can. It's been interesting in this decluttering program, how many people have had the awareness that, oh, Cheryl's right when she posted her video, you can organize clutter. And I am a master at that. Because it's not like as if that closet that I've been working on wasn't organized. It was organized. I knew exactly where everything was. I could find it in a heartbeat. Was there clutter? Well, I should post a picture in here of all the stuff that's going to donation. Yes. Because there was clutter. There were things in there that were no longer serving a purpose in my life. And some of it was just excess, which was interesting because going through it, I can remember purchasing, because gift bags, good Lord, did I have gift bags? But there was a dollar store closing out. And at the time, in my defense, I gave a lot of gifts to my team. Yeah. So I was using them, but my business has changed since then. So now they just sit there. So anyway, referring to Marilyn and Joy's Double Digitology book, the 4 is, and I'm just going to read these points. That's it. Yeah. Very, very practical. Disciplined. Requires organization and structure. A statement of frankness. About focus. An energy of acknowledging that power-filled focus that is requiring structure. About paying attention to the detail, yet guards against getting caught in the minutia. Now, all of that is in reference to the shape of the 4. Here's what I find fascinating. This in reference to the shape of the 4 like this, not necessarily to the shape of the 4 in another way. Oh yeah, the that way. Yeah. The 2 goalposts that are supported. Yeah, the goalposts, yeah. And really then the 4 then becomes a container, right? for organizing.
Yeah, for organizing. So yeah, get a container out, organize your clutter,
Or not.
reorganize your clutter.
Go through that clutter and ask yourself,
Release
do
and
I
let
need
go.
it?
Yeah.
Did I need, and I didn't count them, but I want to say easily 30 gift bags? No. Did I need, what else was it? Ribbon. Oh my word. Yeah, we won't go down the road on how many spools of ribbon.
Mm.
No, I didn't need any of that. So lots is being donated.
Okay, and remember when you're donating that box,
Mm.
right? Again, set the intention when you're releasing it and letting go. Say, thank you, beautiful pile of things, for being readily available on hand for me to use at my,
Leisure.
when
Whenever
I
I
needed
needed
it.
Yeah.
However, right now I'm blessing you and I'm sending you on your way to bless somebody else's home in the way that you just blessed mine. And because I recognize that I'm at a different point in my life right now.
Exactly.
So, whatever the verbiage is, it's important to take that thing of donation, bless it, set a new intention, envision somebody else going,
Oh my,
this is
actually, I was doing
amazing."
that last night as I was doing one bag that was just ribbon. It was like, someone's gonna go, gold mine.
Yeah. How cool is that? Okay.
Excellent.
Yeah. So we hope to see you all Sunday. What else? That's it, I think. Hey,
Yeah,
we're
share,
at the top of
like,
the hour. We're done.
we love seeing and reading your comments, by the way. And all past episodes are on our YouTube channel.
Yes, they are.
So,
Along with some other stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Any final things on Facebook Live there that we need to
Nobody's
address?
giving me any heads up. Let me
Heads up,
just
no
see. I'll
comments.
just double check. Nope. We're good.
Perfect. Well then, happy Chinese New Year weekend.
Mhm.
New moon, lunar cycle. If you do not, go with the Chinese New Year, it's still a new moon, and it's a perfect opportunity for those intentions we were just talking about.
Yes. New
Setting
moon
intentions.
today.
Excellent. Bye, everybody.
Oh, Kathy says it looks like a hair adornment now, my floral.
Oh, there
So
you
it looks
go.
like I have a goddess headdress. That's
There you
called
go.
that.
Perfect. Bye, all. Thank you.